inside the city. Be one of the wolves. Decide to unite ourselves through expression. Follow the leader into the dark. Prepare yourself for the pit.
What is going on, my brothers and sisters? It is motherfucking Monday, which means it's time for some fit for a fucking autopsy. That's right. Lorna Shore is going to be here tonight, too. Man, it's going to be a great show. We're going to be broadcasting later on from the show, live, of course, because that's what kind of guy I am. Now, tonight's show is going to be kind of short. That's why we're doing an earlier broadcast today. So we're going to kind of give you two for the price of one, and you get a little bit more metal. And I'm sure you're going to enjoy that shit. So, oh, excuse me. Let's just dive right into what's gone on since Wednesday. Well, we all saw the bullshit about the presidential debate. Well, everybody did except me because I refused to watch that fucking goddamn shit show. Look, man, we got to talk about something real quick, okay? This is kind of starting to bother me. And normally, shit like this doesn't bother me, but it's like been so consistent for like a year. I think it's gone on long enough without fucking anybody saying anything. So I'm just going to go out and say it. What the fuck is wrong with all you people? Straight up. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, okay. I'm sorry. That's a blanket statement. Let me take 3 steps back and explain. First, we're talking about politics. Now, politics in this country have been pretty much been a shit show since, Bush Sr. was in office. So that's been quite a long time. But every election, it has gotten progressively worse and worse and worse as a shit show. So, at this point, we are in this presidential election, right? And this is literally all I've seen anybody talk about on Facebook for like a fucking over a year. And God damn it, there are 5 billion things you can be looking up other than Donald Trump's bullshit that comes out of his mouth. It's like after the first time Donald Trump said some stupid ass shit, you would have thought people would just been like, he's stupid, aha, and left it alone. But no. They've had to keep reminding everybody about how stupid he is since he said something stupid. Look, we get it, man. We get it. He's a fucking moron, okay? I understand what you're trying to say. You don't need to say it for over a fucking year on Facebook because it makes you a fucking asshole. And that's all you fucking post, which means you're a fucking loser. Just saying, if that's literally all you have to talk about, that means you have no life. And all you do is spend your life worrying about this bullshit, wasting it away on shit that don't matter, that you have no control over. You understand that? No control. You don't control shit. You don't decide shit. You're a slave just like me. You pay taxes just like me. Unless you're a mooch off the government, you don't do shit but mooch. That's a different story. Then you're a totally different type of piece of shit altogether. The point I'm making is we have had a focus as a society in our country on this bullshit so hard since really the beginning of the election that we have lost sight of some very, very fucking important things that need to be addressed. Like, hey guys, anybody know that famous SpaceX rocket that they've been building for years to send to Mars was just sabotaged this week? No? Were you too busy listening to fucking that cunt Hillary say some shit or that dumbass Donald say some shit? Huh? I'm just wondering. Excuse me. I'm just wondering where, during this campaign of election, did everyone in this country lose their motherfucking minds? We cater to criminals and say that they're victims. We allow convicts and molesters and rapists and murderers to run for our fucking leaders. And that's everywhere from our senators to our congressmen to our president. They're all corrupt. All of them. So why the fuck do you keep giving them so much attention? Unless you're going to revolt, there's no point. There really isn't. If you're not going to rise up and have your revolution, then sit down and shut the fuck up. Seriously. Because guys like me are like, yeah, revolution. I'm all for it, but I ain't doing it alone. Who's with me? And then no one stands up after the other motherfuckers were the ones who suggested the revolution. Remember that? They're all like, yeah, revolution, yeah. And now they're all like, I don't know. I think we should worry about this presidential election. You know, I really think that it's important to vote and blah, 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 blah. Hey, man, look, I get that there are certain things that you can vote for in your hometown that matter. You know, little things. But the president, you don't decide shit. Senators, you don't decide shit. Congressmen, you don't decide shit. You don't choose shit. Do you understand that? You don't nominate or elect anybody. The system is rigged. I'm sorry, folks. It's a joke. It's not real. It's an illusion set before you to give you the illusion of choice. We have no fucking choice. If you're poor, you get no choice. As a matter of fact, if you're poor, not only do you get no choice, but you're silenced too. You're not allowed to have an opinion. Well, I'm both. So, fuck all of you who are absolutely losing their fucking minds all over the internet. And you know, I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I'm not fucking voting at all. Really, like, what's the fuck? Why do I need to go stand in line for an hour to 2 hours to vote for one of two pieces of complete shit when I could be at work providing for my family, earning money? You get what I'm saying? Like, there are a lot of other things that I could devote my time to that are far more constructive and productive with my time. So can you. You know, this lady told me the other day, oh, well, if you don't vote, then you don't have a reason to bitch. Da, 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 da. I said, lady, think about it like this. What if, for one election, one time only, nobody voted? Nobody voted. Absolutely fucking nobody. And even if a couple people still voted, those few people would be so small on the margin of how our system is literally set up, they wouldn't even come on the map. They wouldn't even be on the radar. And that's the reality of it. If nobody voted and someone still wins, there is your proof in the pudding that it is all a setup. You understand? A setup. You've been lied to, man. So, bottom line is, stop believing a lie, guys. It's time that we work together to band together. You know, that's one thing I can say about the metal community is that we fucking stick together throughout all kinds of bullshit. And I love the metal community because I can go to a show, and outside of that show or in the smoking area, when you go out to congregate with your other metalheads and you're standing out there and you're talking, I'm not going to hear much about the election tonight. I can bet any amount of money that I will barely hear anything about it. What I am going to hear about is other metal bands. And I am going to hear about other tours and other cool things and other musicians that might be hanging out. Not, you know, what the fuck did Donald Trump say in 1991? Who gives a shit? Seriously, who gives a shit? You cocksuckers are so fucking stupid. I don't understand it. He says the worst shit. Hillary says the worst shit. And even after they say it, all anybody does is bitch about it. Like, nothing happens. Like, get it through your heads, guys. They're going to do whatever the fuck they want to do because they have the kind of money to do whatever the fuck they want to do. And unless you have that kind of money to compete, I don't really see any kind of point in you wanting to be involved like that. You know, it's one thing to have an opinion about who's running. It's another thing to be obsessed like 95% of America. And you guys are fucking obsessed. So my tip to the day to all you guys who've been drowning in politics for months and months and months, take a break, man. Listen to some metal. Go smoke a joint. Go drink a beer. Go bang a girl. Whatever you got to do. Go bang a dude. Get what I'm saying? Whatever makes you fucking happy, man. I don't give a shit. Just go be happy. Stop being worried about shit that's out of our control. We can't do nothing about it right now. But when we can, we will. So for the time being, enjoy your fucking existence, man. Embrace life. Get out there every day and enjoy your days with your family, with your friends. Even if you're just by yourself, learn to be all right with your own existence. And everything will be fucking fine. It's that easy to understand. It's that simple. So, that being said, that's my message to my listeners for the week. So let's go ahead and dive into some fucking brutality. I know you guys want to hear some fucking metal, so let's get on with it, shall we? And I'm sorry that I'm all sniffly and coughy today. I think I have a little bit of a head cold, so I sound a little rough today. I want to apologize to my listeners. So let's dive in with some Humanity's Last Breath, some Sky Views, some Attila, some Elagion, a little Into Oblivion, followed up by some Swallow Alive, Infant Annihilator, with some Obscura, and Forevermore. And then we'll be back with a word from our sponsor. And remember, guys, you're listening to The Pit.